All right. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and as well as the men that taught them, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson and Lord willing to be edifying. And I actually did a lesson before this on a different topic. And when I was going to edit the video, the sound wasn't even recorded. So that pissed me off, you know. And then I went to re-record the same video, but my spirit wasn't in that topic no more. So, man, going to the Lord. So I want to touch on this other topic because after that, I've started reading Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, and then I read the 10th verse, and that put another topic in my mind. So I'm going to go ahead and touch on that. And it's kind of like a mindset to have as we're in these times, right? And I'm going to get straight to the point. And I'm going to get straight to it. I'm going to read a few verses before the point. Now, when you read this, King Solomon, the header says wisdom for life. And King Solomon was a man who understood a lot, experienced a lot. So he's given things that he noticed, right? That he noticed in everyday life. How the wicked live longer than the righteous, how fools, just filled with laughter, so on and so forth, right? But I want to get this part, verse 10. I'm going to start up a little bit at verse 8. Ecclesiastes 7 and 8 in the NLT, it says, finishing is better than starting, and patience is better than pride. Control your temper, for anger labels you a fool. And it's the point, verse 10. And don't long for the good old days. This is not wise. And when I read that, I said, right? It says, don't long for the good old days, right? Now, the thing is that, especially for us hearing the truth, us hearing the truth in the times that we're in at the end of the world, why this is a good mindset to have, not worrying about the good old days or not wanting to go back to the good old days. Whether, you feel like the 80s was the best, 70s was the best, the 80s was the best, if you love the 90s, right, or early 2000s, whatever era you thought was good, you carefree. If you're a believer, you shouldn't have the mindset of, man, I miss the 90s, bro. I wish you can go back to that. Man, I miss the early 2000s, bro. It was just, man, fashion, whatever you like back then that made you all warm and cozy in your spirit that America brought forth, whatever era, whatever fashion, man, shit, bro, football ain't nothing like it used to be. Sports ain't nothing like it used to be. I wish it go back like that. If you had that mindset, you might not really be in this thing. You might not really be in it, talking about the truth. Because no believer of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai should be longing for how things used to be in this world. No, we shouldn't care. Now, yeah, we may have, nostalgia moments and, the little tingly feeling inside when you get certain smells or be certain places or hear certain things. Yeah, of course. But it shouldn't be in our spirit like, man, bro, I wish we can go back to that. I wish things can go back how it used to be in America. No. If you're a believer, you should be with everything the Lord doing right now in America and to America. You see, you should understand that, look, time's supposed to be like this, man. Things supposed to get worse. Matter of fact, let me make a quick detour. Let's read this first real quick. This second Esdras chapter, not second Esdras. This Ecclesiastes 7 and 10 in the NLT. It says, don't long for the good old days. This is not wise. Why it's not wise? Because you should know, right, that if the kingdom, that's what I'm about to get in second Esdras. You should know if the kingdom gotta come, this place have to be destroyed. Have to be destroyed. And knowing this place got to be destroyed, that puts an extra fear into us as believers. Knowing trouble coming, right? Knowing salvation coming. So we going to do what we have to do to be spared from the things that's coming and to be saved. But if a person just sitting there longing for the old days and you miss it and all, your mind not going to be on towards getting out of here, right? Your mind ain't gonna be on destruction that's coming. Let's read this real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4. And it's just an impromptu. I had read that verse as I was reading Ecclesiastes 7. And I was like, right, we shouldn't care. Want the old days back. I miss, when Nickelodeon. No, man. When the cartoons. Man, all that shit was bullshit. All of it had little subliminal, wicked messages up in there. Wait, since the beginning. It was just we wasn't privy to Esau wickedness way back then. But let's read this real quick. Because no person in this truth should want to go back to how it used to be. If so, you don't want the kingdom to come. This 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and verse 26, it says, Then answered he me and said, now this is Ezra and the angel having a conversation, right? And Ezra was pretty much like, look, I'm tired of being in captivity. When is all this going to change? When we go get the kingdom? So this is the answer the Lord gave him. 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and 26, it says, Then answered he me and said, The more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hastes fast to pass away. Talking about this world, right? This world is passing away fast, but you want to go back to the old days, the good old days, as the scriptures say. Man, forget them good old. We was still in captivity, right? We were still in captivity. These things was, a little more easier back then, so to speak. And when that's on edge as they was back then. People was a little more friendly back then. But the point is, this shit passing away fast, and what's coming? It says, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in the time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. That's the point. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that which is sown with good. What is that saying? If this current world don't pass away, America don't pass away, this current system don't fall, guess what? We'll never get to the kingdom. We'll never get in our kingdom. You'll just be sitting here in captivity, clocking in and clocking out, longing about the good old days, wishing. You see? Even me, I ain't gonna lie, the other day I was looking for the old classic Fubu 05 football jerseys. I found a few, but if I get my hands on them, I'm gonna rock them. But the point is, I don't want to go back to the early 2000s when niggas was wearing Coogee, the Coogee sweater and I just wanted the jersey from back then. I just thought about it the other day, like, I want a little Fubu jersey, I'm gonna rock that bit, right? The point is, you have people who really want to stay here, who want to be involved in America, who caught up in this place so much they want to go back. No, we looking forward, man. We looking forward. It says, if therefore the place that is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that which is sown with good. Man, let me get this real quick. I just thought of this. In Sirach 18, this told us why mine should be in these times, not want to go back. The Sirach 18 and verse 24, it says, think upon the wrath that shall be at the end. This is where our mind should be, not want to go back to the good old days. Our mind should be on what the Lord about to do in this world, man. The destruction the Lord got coming. Being prepared for that. Sirach 18 and 24, think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance where he will turn away his face. That's what we focus on. All hell breaking loose and getting our kingdom. That's what we worried about. Like Apostle Paul said in Philippians 3, I believe. We ain't looking, matter of fact, let's end it off on that. Philippians 3. Let's see. This Philippians 3. Yep, and the header says pressing toward the goal. We pressing forward, man. Nobody worry about what used to be. You see? What used to. It says, I'm going to read this in the NLT. Philippians 3 and 12. It says, I don't mean to say that I have already achieved these things or that I have already reached perfection. but I press on to possess their perfection. Salaki. I think I might read the KJV. But let's finish. It says, but I press on to possess their perfection, for which Mashiach Yahushua possessed me first. It says, so look, because it was telling the church, he was like, look, I'm putting everything that I had behind. I was somebody in the world before, right? I could brag if I need to, but I don't care about all that. And he was like, look, I'm not saying all this as if I'm already saved or as if I already got my new body and I'm perfect. He said, but I'm pressing towards that though. Let's finish reading. So he says, verse 13, no, dear brothers and sisters, I have not achieved it yet, but I focus on this one thing, forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. Come on, man. Who in this truth should be longing for the good old days in America? If so, seek the Lord. No, for real. If you're in the truth and you wish you can go back to a certain era in America, fast and pray, because you should be ready to get out of here, man. I don't want to be another day in this shit. I don't care if it was my best day in America. I don't want to be here. King David said that the one day in the courts of the Lord in the kingdom is better than 1,000 of your best days here. Nobody should be wanting to go back. Right? It says, but I focus on this one thing, forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. I press on to reach the end of the race, receive the heavenly prize for which the Most High, through Yahushua Mashiach, is calling us, man. You see? So we have been called, man, to go forward, man. We talking about a future kingdom. Like it said in Hebrews 13, for here we have no continuing city, but we seeking for one to come. And it's impossible for you to be seeking the kingdom to come and want to go back in this kingdom to the so-called good old days. Come on, man. You know? And people say, boy, the time from 2015 don't owe me nothing. Right? Boy, 1990 don't owe me nothing. You know, not even before CV19, boy, life was good. Right, boy, F all that. And I'm sorry to talk like this, but F all that. We looking forward, man. We want the kingdom. We want the kingdom. Forget what's behind. Look forward to what's coming. I'm going to end it right there, Lord. Willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rachak Wadash, and with that, Shalom.